نحمده ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الله به الغمة، وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. اللهم أجزه خير ما جزيت نبيا عن أمته. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الكلام كلام الله، وخير الهدي هدي نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاته، وكل محدثة في الدين بدعة. أما بعد، أوصيكم ونفسي المقصرة, my brothers, to fear Allah in secret and public. And remember, my brothers, wherever you are, Allah is listening to you, watching you, and you have two angels, one in your right shoulder and the other one in your left shoulder. The one in your right shoulder is recording and registering all good deeds, and the one on your left shoulder is registering all bad deeds, whether it's actions or saying. So be careful, be aware. My brothers, you have heard about the earthquake which took place in many countries. In 1 week, there were 40 earthquakes. 40 earthquakes in 1 week in many countries, including our country, Saudi Arabia. South of the kingdom. 2 weeks ago they had earthquake. It lasts only 29 seconds. And it is measured by Richter measuring system, 3, only 0.3. Though people get scared, afraid, shouting, hurrying up to mosque, to masajid, crying, weeping, just for only 39-second earthquake. Now, well, this is good sign. People, go back to Allah and they invoke Allah and they go pray and they make supplication and they become pious. But why should we wait to have earthquake to go back to Allah? Why? Why you wait for, disaster to take place so we can become, good Muslims? The Muslim is supposed to be all the time pious, righteous all his life. And actually, if you hear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us for one purpose, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I have not created, mankind except to worship me. Unfortunately, 90% of our time nowadays is not worshiping, is running after life. And be aware, my brothers, that every minor sign of the hour is already here. It's already appeared. You are aware that there are major signs for the hour. When I mean the hour, the day of judgment. There are major signs will take place, and there are minor signs. All the minor signs of the hour already happened. It already took place. It's already appeared. We can see it, we can smell it. Rasulullah ﷺ has, anticipated. And he said to us 1400 years ago, what is the signs? What are the minor signs? And everything he said, it took place. It's among us. You look around, wherever you go. Running after money, running after life, cheating, lying, rhyming, adultery, singing, dancing, women with no hijab anymore. They're almost like naked. And this is what Rasulullah ﷺ expected. He said, there will be women, they are wearing, but they're almost naked. كاسيات عاريات رؤوسهن كأنهن سنام البقر. Their head, the women's heads, are like the camel back. You know the camel has this on his back. So some women, they are similar to this beast going up on the camel back. They are doing their heads similar to the camel. And Rasul ﷺ have not seen during his time, but he was anticipating and he was expecting such women will come, and we see them now. Also, Rasulullah ﷺ anticipated and expected that songs will be all over the world. Alcohol will be everywhere. Naked people will be everywhere. We start seeing it even here. Don't we see people walking in the street with shorts? We never seen this in our country for years. Now you can walk in any street and you see young men wearing shorts. And I'm afraid one day we will see shorter and shorter. Then they walk naked. This is the science. Everything, all signs of the, the minor signs of the hour is already here. So what do we waiting for? Are we waiting for the major signs to come? Then we can become good Muslim. Now, then we can go back to Allah. My brothers, believe me. And you know yourself what's happening among Muslims and among the whole world. They are completely distracted. They are completely away from the straight path. Even Muslims. You know why? Because Rasulullah also anticipated and expected that Muslim will follow the non-Muslim. They will follow their steps. Rasulullah said, لَتَتَّبَعُنَّ سَنَنَ مَنْ كَانَ قَبْلَكُمْ حُذْوَ الْقُدَّةِ بِالْقُدَّةِ حَتَّى لَوْ دَخَلُوا جُحْرَ ضَبٍّ لَدَخَلْتُمُ. You will follow the footsteps of kuffar. Step by step. Even if they go into lizard hole in the desert, you will follow them. So the companion asked Rasulullah, do you mean Jews and Christians? Rasulullah said, who else? Of course, I mean the Jews and Christians, that you will follow their steps. And that's what's happening among our society, in every country, every Muslim country. Even when we speak with each other, Of course, now I have to speak English in your khutbah because you don't understand Arabic. But I'm talking about people, even they're talking to the same person from his own country. He speaks the same language and he doesn't use his own language. He uses English, whether Arabs or Pakistani or Indians or Egyptian or give me any Filipino, any nationality. Then instead of they speak with their own language, they just imitate to show that he's a very educated person. This is what we call it inferiority complex. Inferiority complex. This is what we call it inferiority complex. In Arabic, my brothers, you should be proud of your language, whether it's Arabic or any other. You should be proud of your religion. Don't ever feel ashamed of your custom, tradition. Never feel ashamed. You should be proud what you've been raised up on. Don't take the non-Muslim as a good example. This is what's happening in our country, in our society. Many children, they know nothing about Sahaba. They know nothing about companions. They know nothing about Islam, little bit. They know, but they have very limited knowledge. But they know a lot about movie stars, actors, singers, cricket players, football players. They know a lot about mobiles, they know a lot about iPad, they know a lot about... But when you come and ask him about Sahaba, about Islam, I challenge you, go take one boy, even 15 years old, ask him what are the pillars of Islam. He maybe give you 2 and he forget 3. But ask him about the singers, ask him about the iPad, ask him about the type of cars, ask him about the players, ask him about the actress and the actors. Please, mashallah, I will give you all names you never even thought yourself about it. Maybe you don't know it, but he knows it. This is the generation we're looking for. This is the Islam generation, Muslim generation we are really, waiting for, or actually expecting. It is your responsibility, my responsibility, your responsibility. We are, the fathers, are responsible to have good society or bad society. You know why? Who consists the society? It's your house and my house, and his house and her house. The society comes from our homes, our houses. If you have good houses, good family, you will have good society. If you have bad society, if you have bad family, you will have bad society. I, me, you, he, she consist the society. At night, we go inside our houses. At daytime, we go out and consist the society. So if you have a good house, definitely you're going to have good society. So who is the responsibility to have good society? You and I, and him and she. So my brothers, shall we wait until we hear إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ? You're going to wait for that? When the sky cracks or divided into too many pieces. Same thing as the السَّمَاءُ انفطرت. It's the same meaning. إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. When the earth had its earthquake. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. All things, heavy weights under the earth will come up. And then the man say, وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. Mankind said, what happened? What's wrong with her? What's wrong with the earth? يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. Then the earth will give you its news. Shall we wait until, as Allah said, يَوْمَ تَذْهَلُ كُلُّ مُرْضَعَةٍ عَمَّا أَرْضَعَتْ. Shall we wait for the day when the pregnant woman who delivered baby, she will forget, she will be not aware of her own child, the one she's feeding, because the matter is more worse than she will give attention to her son or her baby. My brothers, we have to go back to Allah. My brothers, we are so far away from Allah. We are really distracted completely from the way of Allah, from the straight path. This dunya had took us away. And unfortunately, that all what you do, running after money, building house, building, buying cars, purchasing iPad, TV, mobiles, making money, doing any kind of business. This question, how long you gonna live to enjoy that? How long you gonna live to enjoy that? 50 years? 60 years? 70 years? Rasulullah ﷺ told my nation, he means the Muslims, their age or their life between 60 and 70 years old. He means the Muslim. A'mar ummati, the ages of my nation is between 60 and 70. That means very rare you will find Muslims who live more than 70. The majority, they die between 60 and 70. Though, still until he's 70, running after life. Running after dunya. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا كما ينبغي لوجه ربنا وعظيم سلطانه. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. My brothers, كل من عليها فان. Allah said, every single person will die. كل من عليها فان. All will die. كل من عليها. All on earth will die. Here Rasulullah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Muhammad, إنك ميت وإنهم ميتون. You, Muhammad, will die, and your nation also will die. Nobody, no person will last forever. If there is a person which which Allah will give him eternal life, it would be Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The most misfortune, the worst misfortune happened to Muslim is the death of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We don't have any misfortune after Muhammad died. Even the whole, your family, me, all the Muslim died. It's nothing compared our loss of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what are we waiting for? My brothers, if you go to the masajid in the morning, especially dawn and fajr, you will be sad. People are snoring near their wives or in his bed, and the imam or the muaddin say, As-salatu khayrun minan nawm, and his own tongue telling him, Nawm is better than salah. Shaitan telling him, stay, keep sleeping. You have a long night. Every one of us has his own shaitan. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when a person slept, whenever you sleep, the shaitan, the devil, the Satan will come and tie 3 knots on your head. And he will say to you, go, continue sleeping. You have a long night. Stay, sleep, shaitan. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when the person wakes up, the first tie will untie. And when he make wudu, the second tie will untie. When he performs Salat Fajr, the third tie will untie, and he will be initiative, he will be very active. And if he doesn't wake up or sleep, he will be lazy. And he will be tired, will be exhausted. Look at the masajid at Fajr time. 1 row, maybe half row. Even now, Salah is late. You know what time the adhan now is? 5:20 adhan. So if you sleep at 12, which you're not supposed to stay late at 12. But let's, say that people sleep at 12. You have 5 hours to sleep. Is not enough to wake you up and go Fajr? And unfortunately, the majority are staying late. What? Guarding? They are on duty? No. 90%. They stay late watching TV, playing cards, on mobiles until Fajr. Watching WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all this rubbish, all this garbage in our mobile. You will find many Muslims spend 5, 6, 10 hours a day on mobile, and he doesn't give Quran not even half an hour a day. This is the fact. This is the fact, if you believe it or not. People spending too much time, even during driving, even when he walks in the street, even when he are in his office, even in his bed, even inside toilet, people still watching mobile. They become slaves. They are worshipping mobile. Isn't it truth? Really, we become worshipping mobile. We are become slaves for the mobile. Adults, children, women, just name them. You are not afraid, my brother. You are not afraid, my brothers, that death could come to you while you are watching mobile? What are you going to say to Allah? What are you going to say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you die while you're watching, especially blue movie, which is 90% of the YouTube is blue movie. You know that. Though many father gives his own children 6 years, 7 years, 9 years, he gave a mobile with everything there, even YouTube. Do you approve this to your own son? Your own daughter? My brothers, do your job. Do your responsibility. Remember what Allah said, and I will conclude my second khutbah with 2 ayah and 1 hadith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة عليها ملائكة غلاظ شداد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. O believers, shield, protect yourself and your family from a hellfire. Its wood is people and rocks. The fire is the wood of this fire is people, human beings, and rock stones. And around this fire there are angels. They are obeying what Allah commanded them, and they will not disobey Him. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّا عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. We have given the we have told the عَرَضْنَا السَّمَاوَاتِ, we offer the skies, عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ and the earth and the mountains, and they refuse to take honesty or to accept to take the responsibility being honest on things. But the man, إِنَّا عَرَضْنَا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْجِبَالَ عَلَى الْجِبَالِ فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ. They got afraid. وَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانُ. Mankind took it, accepted it. إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. He was oppressor and ignorant. So since we have this, we are accepted to take the responsibility, we should really execute our responsibility. We should really do our responsibility toward our children or family. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kullakum ra' wa kullu mas'ul 'an ra'iyatihi." Each one of you is a shepherd, and each shepherd is responsible for his sheep. Allah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam describing us, we are the house leader or the parents, like the shepherd in the desert who's taking care of his sheep. If he doesn't pay attention to his sheep, the wolf come and eat them. In your case, if you don't keep an eye and watch your family and your children, then the fire will eat them. So we have to really to go back and pause and revise our really position from now on towards Islam, our responsibility to our family, about my action and your action, about my time, where I spend my time, about my money, where did I get my money from and where I spend it. Because this is 4 questions every Muslim will be questioned before he go to paradise or hellfire. Your age, he will ask about your knowledge. You will be asked about your youth, your age, your youth, your knowledge and your money, from where you get the money and where did you spend it. 4 questions before you go to paradise or to hellfire. Every one of us will be asked this 4 questions. Are you ready to answer this question? Repeat this question to yourself for your life. I am ready to answer this question or not. And if you're not, then revise your situation with Allah. اللهم لا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا النار مصيرنا. حبب إلينا الإيمان زينه في قلوبنا كره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان. اللهم اهد شبابنا، اللهم اهد أبنائنا وبناتنا يا رب العالمين. حبب إليهم الإيمان زينه في قلوبهم كره إليهم الكفر والفسوق والعصيان. اللهم انصر إخواننا المظلومين المهجرين في كل مكان. اللهم يا رب العالمين نخص إخواننا في بورما، اللهم ارفع عنهم ما أصابهم. اللهم يا رب تقبل موتاهم في الشهداء. اللهم يا رب اشف مرضاهم. اللهم يا رب اجمع كلمتهم. اللهم يا اطعم جائعهم واكس عريهم. اللهم يا رب ألف بين قلوبهم. اللهم يا عظيم يا كريم، اللهم انصرهم على عدوك وعدوهم. اللهم عليك بمن قتلهم وشردهم وجوعهم وقتل أطفالهم واغتصب نساءهم. اللهم عليك بهم، اللهم إنهم لا يعجزونك، اللهم أرنا بهم عجائب قدرتك، اللهم احصهم عددا واقتلهم بددا ولا تغادر منهم أحدا. أرنا بهم عجائب قدرتك يا رب العالمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، وانصر حوزة الدين، واحمي حوزة الدين، وانصر إخوان المجاهدين في سبيلك في كل مكان يا رب العالمين. اللهم إنا نصلي ونسلم على عبدك ورسولك محمد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله بالعالمين، وأقم الصلاة.